13-Week Theater is supported by Patreon. Subscribe now and get exclusive early access. The economic turmoil of the early 1970s was especially hard on African American communities, with many breadwinners finding themselves out of work and unable to support their families. This led to a near epidemic of black absentee fathers. Writer Lila Garrett, who had written for a number of sitcoms including My Favorite Martian, Bewitched, and All in the Family, thought that a comedy about an absentee father who had moved back to be with his family had potential. While ostensibly a sitcom, the show would be able to tackle the serious issues raised by the breakup of black families while still being funny. She came up with a pilot script called Baby, I'm Back, about a compulsive gambler who abandoned his family years before, trying to escape his past, but found himself compelled to reunite with them and mend his ways. CBS ordered the pilot shot based on the script. For Ray Ellis, the father, producers cast Demond Wilson, who had just finished 6 seasons on Sanford & Son, and Denise Nicholas, best known for her role on Room 222 as his wife Olivia. For the Ellis children, they cast child actors Tony Holmes and Kim Fields. And finally, comedian and character actress Helen Martin was cast as the mother-in-law who wanted to protect her daughter from the man that she saw as unfit to be a husband and a father. The pilot was shot in September of 1977 and broadcast a month later. The pilot was, to be blunt, formulaic and reminiscent of other so-called black sitcoms of the day.
But you can take care of it.
Oh, yeah! But these heavy legal matters take time and money.
How much time?
How much money?
Well, it's hard to put a price on death.
Okay, I know my way, and besides, they're expecting me. Hello, everybody. Hope I'm not too late.
Quick, is it against the law to kill a dead man?
Oh, no! In the case of Kukoff versus Kukoff, which incidentally paid for my new Cadillac.
Now, legally, I am still your husband. Tell her, Silver Tongue.
Oh, yeah! In the technical sense, you could be right. But in the judicial sense, he could be wrong. So once we settle the dollars and cents...
Who found this mouthpiece?
You did, Mama.
Oh, I was just asking.
I'm going to get myself declared legally alive before that wedding tomorrow. Then if you get married, it's bigamy.
Nothing you have ever done in your entire life has been bigger you.
Mama.
I can't help it. Hate turns me on.
Of course, now, for a slight remuneration, I could enter your plea.
Hold it, Shyster. What side of the street are you working?
The scales of justice go both ways.
However, at moments, the script did live up to Garrett's intentions of dealing with a serious issue through humor.
Look, baby, the only reason I came back was to prove to you that I can be a good husband. Reliable, dependable.
Try invisible.
Get him, Livy.
Oh, baby, have a heart. Now, 7 years ago, I couldn't get a job. I couldn't win at the track. Every time I turned around, I kept banging into walls.
I hope you used your head.
Okay, Mama, I'll carry the ball. You stick to the cheerleading.
Yeah, Mama, don't rain on her revenge.
Who says I'm looking for revenge?
Oh, you do, baby. Every move you make says it. I want to tell you, Olivia, you can beat me and you can mistreat me, but you cannot defeat me.
And what's love? Once I thought it was a beautiful man who knew what I was thinking before I said a word. But all that walked out on me 7 years ago. Now I think love is security, dependability, and a future that has a future. Okay, Now, I've been listening to all of your big-time plans about winning me back. Now, you listen to me. There are going to be a few new house rules. First, you do not try to see those kids without first letting me know when and where you are going to do it. And second, you stop hassling Wallace. He is free to come and go here whenever he pleases. And three, quit trying to turn my head with all that talk about the good old days. If you have anything to say to me, you make it about right now. You got it?
Oh, yeah, I got it.
You understand all the rules.
I never have any trouble understanding rules. It's following them that give me problems.
Response to the pilot was good enough for CBS to order another 12 episodes and pick the show up as a mid-season replacement.
On the 32 days of fabulous February, Good Times moves to Mondays, and JJ dreams he wakes up white. Then the premiere of the sparkling comedy with Damon Wilson and Denise Nicholas, Baby I'm Back. Good Times and Baby I'm Back. Now Mondays at 8, 7 Central and Mountain.
Rather than letting CBS re-air the original pilot, Garrett chose to burn off one of the 12 additional episodes with a new first episode with a completely different tone and showing the backstory that had only been hinted at in the pilot. The show started off with an opening narration by Wilson explaining the premise in, let's say, blunt terms.
This is our nation's capital. That's where our representatives work each day to prove that all men are created equal. This is also our nation's capital. Yeah, those fellas in that big white building on the hill got a ways to go in the equalizing department. I used to live on this street. 7 years ago, I supported a wife, 2 kids, and 3 bookies. Then one day, my luck ran out, and like any right-thinking horse player, I ran with it. That's my wife, Olivia. She's still as pretty as the day I took off. Never found a woman that could equal her, and God knows I tried. That's Angie and Jordan, my 2 kids. I figure I can win them back because 7 years ago they were too young to know what a heel I was. That's my mother-in-law, Lizelle. Lizelle is French for killer. The day she moved in with us, the rats moved next door. I'll say one thing for that woman, she never gives up. Even though I showed up after 7 years and moved right upstairs, she still thinks she can get rid of me. But don't count on it, because baby, I am back.
We then watch as, after 7 years have passed, Olivia has Ray declared legally dead.
Sign here and here.
What is all this stuff?
What you told the judge. You haven't seen Ray in 7 years, and you don't know anybody else who has seen him. As far as you know, he's gone for good. That's it. In the eyes of the law, Raymond Ellis is now officially dead, and you, Olivia, are now officially a widow.
We then learn that Olivia had decided to declare Ray dead so she could be free to marry her boss at the Pentagon, Colonel Wallace Dickey.
Evening, Mother Wilson. Jordan. Angie. Now hear this. Daddy is here.
Ray's death takes him by surprise, and he decides the time has come to be the man his wife thought she had married and live up to his responsibilities.
Ray Ellis?
Yeah, you got it right.
Man, I almost didn't recognize you with the mustache. Oh, you don't remember me, do you?
No, man, I sure don't.
Man, I used to work at the market in your own neighborhood.
Oh.
Yeah. Wow, you sure look great for a guy that's dead.
Dead?
That's the word, man. Your mother-in-law, Luzelle, going around telling everybody that 7 years is up. She said the law has squashed you like the worm you are.
After 7 years away, Ray finds that his children don't recognize him and decides to pump them for information.
Does this belong to somebody in this house?
It's mine.
Hi there.
You can't come in here. You're a stranger.
Yeah, we don't know who you are.
Yeah, but I know who you are. You're Jordan, and you're Angie. I'm a friend of the family's.
You know my mom?
I used to know her real well.
How about my daddy? Did you know him?
I knew him better than anybody.
Well, did we or didn't we have a dog?
Don't pay her no mind. She was only 2 years old when my father walked out and left her.
Maybe there was a good reason.
That's what my mom says. But my grandma Luzelle says he beat it like a cockroach leaving a burning building.
You do Lizelle real good.
You know Grandma, too?
Knew even before her tongue was coiled. Say, when's your mom coming home?
Pretty soon. She went to a party.
At the Pentagon. My new dad's a colonel there. He does public relations.
Public relations, huh? One of those dudes that makes the Army look good.
No. He's one of those dudes that make the Pentagon look integrated.
However, Luzelle lets the cat out of the bag when she sees Ray.
He wasn't such a bad guy. He had a lot of friends. A lot of people thought that he was kind of,
Scum!
Hark, the herald angels sing.
You want to hear the angel sing? I'll show you, Teeth. You walk to the jaws of hell, you crawling yellow rat.
Olivia and the Colonel try to go ahead with their wedding, but Ray decides to intervene.
Man and this woman should not be joined together in holy matrimony. Let him now speak.
Right here, Deacon.
Over the next several weeks, we watch as Ray tries to re-endear himself to Olivia while his past starts to catch up to him.
Wait a minute, what do you want? He's Rosie and I'm Shake. We're in the renovating business and there's something that we're interested in remodeling.
What?
Your face. The usual 10%.
$20?
A week. For 7 years. That's 7 times 52 times 20. Now, I'm not too good at geometry, but that comes to exactly $7,280.
$7,280? Negro, are you crazy? You can't stay. I'm expecting a surprise visit from 2 old friends.
If you know they're coming, what's the surprise?
Alice, open up. It's Rosie and Shane.
Now, listen. We don't want those 2 gorillas to know we're in here. Now, you go behind the chair and out, okay?
I think they know.
By the end of the season, Olivia is eager to get out of the love triangle by taking a transfer to Guam. But when she discovers that Ray and the Colonel are both prepared to take jobs on Guam to be near her, she reconsiders.
Because I just realized I am by love possessed. Heavy.
Baby, I'm Back had great writing, a great cast, solid ratings, and critical acclaim. So what happened? 2 words. Norman Lear produced Good Times was coming to the end of its 5th season and stumbling in its new time slot. CBS was ready to cancel the show and concentrate on newer, less expensive fare. However, Lear was eager to get another season for the show to make it more attractive as a syndicated package. So he cut a deal with the network. If they renewed Good Times for a 6th season, Lear would agree to produce another show for CBS at a much lower cost. CBS agreed, and executives, thinking, well, we don't need 2 black comedies, canceled Baby I'm Back. Lear's new project, a version of a show that had been produced locally by a Boston TV station called The Baxters, was rejected by CBS and wound up on Canadian television. After the show's cancellation, Denise Nicholas joined the cast of the CBS and Showtime drama The Paper Chase. Kim Fields gained fame as Tootie on The Facts of Life. Helen Martin would gain newfound fame playing Pearl on the sitcom 227. And Demond Wilson? That's another story.
Baby, I'm back, yeah.